Title: The Night of Shadows. It was the last game of the season for the La Plata Razorbacks, and the atmosphere in the stadium was electric. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden hue over the frenzied crowd. Jessica, the head cheerleader, stood at the sidelines with her pom-poms, her heart racing with excitement and nervousness. Her gaze frequently darted to the field where her boyfriend, Brian, the star quarterback, commanded attention with every throw and play. The team fought valiantly, and as the final whistle blew, the Razorbacks emerged victorious against their long-standing rivals. The crowd erupted into cheers, and Jessica's heart swelled with pride as Brian raised his helmet high, triumph shining in his eyes. As the players left the field, preparing to celebrate, a strange chill swept through the air, causing Jessica to shiver. "Did you feel that?" she asked Brian, who was trying to catch his breath. "Yeah, it's getting cold," he replied, brushing it off. "Let's go celebrate." As the night wore on, the mood shifted. The celebration was cut short when an emergency siren pierced the night. The team, along with Jessica and the cheerleaders, gathered around the coach, who looked pale and shaken. "I need everyone to stay together," he shouted, his voice cracking. "There's something out there. Something dangerous." Jessica and Brian exchanged nervous glances, but before they could react, a howl resonated through the darkened trees surrounding the field, a haunting sound that sent chills down their spines. The coach turned abruptly, his eyes wide with terror. Suddenly, from the shadows, a hulking beast lunged onto the field, a werewolf, its eyes gleaming with a predatory light. Before anyone could comprehend the horror unfolding, the creature pounced on the coach, tearing through flesh and fabric with savage ferocity. Screams erupted as chaos ensued, and students scrambled for safety. "We have to do something," Jessica urged, her heart pounding. Brian looked defiantly at her, determination etching deep lines across his brow. "Together," he said, gripping her hand tightly, "we'll find a way to stop it." They had always been a team, on the field, in the stands, and now in this terrifying moment. With adrenaline coursing through their veins, they ducked behind the bleachers, their minds racing. "Do you remember the stories old man Jenkins used to tell us?" Jessica whispered, her voice trembling. "The legends about the silver blade." Brian nodded. "If it exists, it might be our only hope." Without wasting another moment, they dashed toward the school storage facility. They rummaged through boxes of old equipment until they stumbled upon a dusty, tarnished sword, its blade shining with an otherworldly glow. "It's beautiful," Jessica breathed, feeling a rush of courage. "Let's end this," Brian said, determination igniting in his eyes. Armed with the sword, they stealthily returned to the field. The werewolf was occupied, rampaging through the crowd, its growls echoing as it hunted. Jessica and Brian exchanged glances, rallying the courage to face the creature. On 3, Brian counted down. 1, 2, 3. They charged at the beast. Jessica brandished the silver blade, its glow illuminating the darkness. The werewolf turned, its eyes locking onto them, growling low. Time seemed to slow as they approached. "Now," Brian shouted as they lunged forward. With a swift flick of her wrist, Jessica plunged the blade into the creature's side. The werewolf howled, a sound of rage and pain, staggering backward. The blade glimmered as if imbued with ancient magic, and Brian joined in, driving it deeper. The beast faltered, and with one final roar, it collapsed to the ground, its form dwindling until all that remained was the stillness of night. Breathless and battered, Jessica and Brian were met with a mix of disbelief and relief from their classmates who emerged from hiding. The threat had been vanquished, but the shadows of their encounter lingered. Did we really just do that? Jessica asked, her voice a mix of exhilaration and disbelief. Brian pulled her close, a smile breaking through the veil of adrenaline. We did it together. We faced the supernatural, and we're still here. The night transformed from horror to victory, and as the stars twinkled overhead, Jessica and Brian knew that they would always stand as a team, ready to take on whatever shadows life might cast in their paths. From that night on, La Plata High School was not just a school, it was a beacon of bravery against the creatures of the dark. And they would always watch out for one another, no matter what came next.